We've all seen shows such as Criminal Minds, NCIS, Law and Order, and Forensics Files, or at least heard of these. Detectives come to the scene, analyze what's happening, talk to victims or bystanders, and so on. Then bam! After one commercial break, we know the killer's name, family, social security number, and how they even committed the crime. In forensics, we call this the CSI effect. It's an exaggerated portrayal of forensics evidence due to multiple CSI shows on television. Although we wish we could know how crimes are committed in 2 to 3 minute commercial breaks, this is not real life. So how are crimes solved? How is evidence analyzed, and how do we even get information on the killer? This is where forensics and forensic psychology come into play. Forensics was actually noticed in the 90s after the TV shows, driving attention to the science field, especially towards forensic psychology, also known as criminal profilers. Profilers use forensics evidence and behavioral science to create an imaginary profile for our perpetrators. Instead of aimlessly searching for our suspects, criminal profilers use computer-generated geographics and forensics evidence from crime scenes to narrow down the suspect list. In fact, profilers can guess the perpetrator's occupation, age, race, gender, marital status, and childhood simply based on how their crimes are committed. For example, a more private killer would commit a crime in a space where no one could see them. They could be analyzed as an introvert, extremely insecure, or in a job position that doesn't require a lot of public speaking. So definitely not a customer service worker. On the contrary, killers who commit crimes and leave the bodies in artistic displays or in broad daylight where witnesses could approach the body accidentally could be analyzed as egotistical, a person desperate for attention that may have lacked it in their childhood, or even having a god complex. So the good news about profiling is that it helps narrow down suspect lists and makes it easier to catch the criminals. The bad news is that it's not exactly correct, and it only helps you narrow down and not exactly pinpoint the criminal. And profiling isn't always perfect. In the criminal profiling for the DC sniper attacks, all 15 profiles for the killers were nowhere near correct descriptions. So profiling doesn't tell us who the criminal is exactly, and can only help law enforcement so much. Forensic science has lost interest to the public after the mountains of content from our entertaining criminal shows, which give the public the same CSI effect we talked about before. But forensics is so much more than that. That's why I'm majoring in forensic psychology, to put new brains into the forensic system, new analyzing skills, and to help shorten the time span for criminal profiling. Forensics isn't just a TV show. It's real life. Thank you.